Let's make focaccia bread, but not just any focaccia bread, gluten-free focaccia bread. And I never had focaccia bread before in my life, so this will be a whole new experience for me. Let's do it. Sorry about the lighting, I'm still trying to figure that out, but we're gonna make it work. Okay, so first, we need, got my recipe right here. We need to preheat the oven at 200, and then once it gets to 100, turn it off. I'm not sure how this is gonna work because my oven doesn't say when it gets to 100, so we're just gonna try this out, okay? So stay with me. Stay with me. Okay, 200 set. And then once that dings, we're gonna turn it off. We need 2.5 cups of flour. Gluten-free flour, I use this one, and make sure it has xanthan gum in it because that is the binding element that we need here. I'm using a half cup because I just don't want to get things more dirty than I need to because I hate doing the dishwasher, so it's gonna take a while, so stay with me. Okay, the oven got to 200, so now it's gonna hit clear off, and I hope I'm doing the right things because I never did this before. Now I need a whole packet of active dry yeast, and a whole container thing is 2 teaspoons and 1/4 teaspoon. So if you don't have that, then just measure it out and then just sprinkle in here. Tablespoon of baking powder. And this is my first ever baking video. I'm doing my best. All right, here we go. That's it, close enough. All right, and it goes. Now 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and yes, it is Osmo. We're just gonna make it half. I mean, you gotta have salt in your food to make it taste good, but not too much salt, but yeah, this looks pretty much good. Here we go. And then a teaspoon of rosemary, and I just got this today just to make this focaccia bread. I'm so excited. I might get like actual topping. Oh yeah, I gotta open the thing here. How do I get you open? Problem solved. I'm so smart. It's open. Ooh, it's really strong. All right, teaspoon. Yes, teaspoon. Here we go. And then we just sprinkle in on that, and then we mix. All right, all mixed up, and yes, baking does get messy, but we're just gonna flow. We're gonna flow with it. It will be okay. Move this out of the way and then grab our smaller bowl, and you're going to get some warm water to 110 degrees to 115 degrees Fahrenheit and a tablespoon of honey. And yes, this is almost empty. We need 1.5 cups of warm water to 100 to 115 degrees, and hopefully this shouldn't really take long.
Much later.
We got 111, so we're gonna call it good. All right, adding water into the bowl, and then a tablespoon of honey. Honey's so sticky. I don't like honey by itself. I mean, I'll put it in like other stuff, but not just by itself. It's so sweet. I'm not really a big fan of sweet stuff. I mean, I do like desserts, but still. This is so hard and sticky. Okay, I think we got it. A tablespoon honey, done. And then we are going to stir this until it dissolves. And yes, I am using the same spoon because everything just mixes together at some point. And then mix until the honey dissolves. Okay, we are bringing in our mixer. All right, we got this big thing. And this is actually my grandma's because we actually traded mixers so I can make pasta, which I really want to do. I really want to make pasta, okay? So now, you're blocking my view. All right, now it is dissolved. The honey is dissolved. Now we add this to this. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love bread. I was known as the bread girl because I would always eat like 3 or 5 of the bread rolls at the like restaurant table. And once I was like diagnosed with like celiac disease, I was like, what? How? Also, this is how I do it. Okay, that's how I got it. I need the mixer. Where's the dough hook?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Right here. Okay, this is the first time using this mixer, so I think I'm doing it right. All right, and then we're gonna mix it on low until everything is together. Get in, mix.
Eventually.
Okay, I think we're good enough. You gotta scrape the bottom, just make sure. You're doing great, buddy. You're doing great.
I've got it under control. I've sorted it out. We're good.
Anyway, we need a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Something looks like this. Okay, I don't know what this does actually, but we're just gonna trust the process. Okay, plus a little extra. Because we love the smell, am I right? And now we need 1/2 cup of olive oil. Right, here we go. Now this is really slow. I don't think I'm gonna have enough because I need like more of this. I had no idea. It's empty. Okay, I do have more oil. I have enough for this, but I do have more oil, but it's vegetable oil, so yeah. I'm just gonna see what happens. Everything's fine. It's fine.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
No.
Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
And now medium for 3 minutes. See you in 3 minutes. Okay, the 3 minutes are up. Ooh. Okay, yeah. 3 minutes are up, and so far it looks good. It does say it is going to be sticky. This is what it looks like. Yes, so cool. It's bread. Okay, and then we gotta put this in the oven for 30 minutes to proof, aka get big, rise, and get more fluffy. I did have to move the dough into a different dish because I need this bowl to go in the oven, and yes, it is still a little bit dirty, but it will do. Okay, now I spray this. So it doesn't stick. So it doesn't stick to the pan. Right, now I gotta put this into that. Now I need to cover this in plastic wrap and then cover it with a towel. And then let it proof in the oven for 30 minutes. Whoops, you didn't see that. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes and I hope it will be good. It's supposed to double in size, so let's see how we did. We did good. I mean, I think it doubled in size. It looked like it. Anyway, now preheat the oven to 425 degrees. And now you're supposed to, again, sorry if the lighting, I'm trying my best and shattering. Okay, you're supposed to spray this with olive oil, but I ran out of olive oil, so I'm just gonna spray it with the can spray. What is on my hand? Anyway, so spray it and then put the dough in here and everything will be good. Now, if you're following the recipe, it calls for 1/4 cup. And now we are gonna take our dough and just plop it on here. Ooh, looks so good. And make sure you don't waste anything. Should probably grab a spatula. Here we go. That's better. Make sure you get everything and don't waste a single drop. You hear me? Okay, just try and get as much as you can. And now you spread it out, so make sure it is even. And yeah, just do your best. Nothing's gonna be perfect. I'm not perfect. All right, now everything is spread out. And now we're gonna poke holes in it. You know, the holes in the bread? Yeah. You want to make indentions, but don't go all the way down, just indentions here to make sure that we have air going through it. I'm not sure. I think I'm just saying words. It's not really, I don't really see them making holes, but yeah, this is what I get for making stuff for the first time. Not everything goes the way it plans, but we're gonna make it work. It will work. It is kind of satisfying. Now sprinkle the remaining 1/4 cup of olive oil. Gonna bust this pot guy out, just like, doesn't look good. Oh well, I already did it. Okay, and then half a teaspoon, I know it's a teaspoon, but half a teaspoon of rosemary and just sprinkle it on there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We love sprinkling. Sprinkling is so fun. Plus more. Okay, and we're gonna sprinkle, even though it says a teaspoon. So we're just gonna measure out a teaspoon here. Okay, I think it's good. Okay, now that is all done. And now we put this bad boy in the oven for 20 minutes and just wait and see. I always rotate halfway through so it'll get an even crust. So let's just see what happens. It is out. It looks so good right now. And you have to let it cool for like 3 to 5 minutes. I'm doing 5 because I don't like to touch things when they are super hot. It is done, the focaccia bread. It smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna try and flip this. Hopefully it goes well. I got this. It also slides really well in the pan. He's stuck. Get out. Okay, grand reveal. Drum roll, please. If I can get this up. dang it. I got clam things. Hopefully this will work. It's working. I'm a genius. Is it hot? It's still hot. Okay. If I can get this up. Dang it. It's so golden brown at the bottom. Get away. It's a little bit messy, but it's okay. Oh my gosh. Listen to this. It is so crispy. So good. Now I gotta see if I can flip this back up. It looks so good. I mean, look at this. It is beautiful. I was so worried about this, but it came out like perfectly. Now we're gonna slice it into like the focaccia sandwiches that are like so famous around Italy. I've been dying to try one of those. I've also been dying to go to Italy because they're supposed to have like so much amazing gluten-free food. So we're gonna try making it at home because it is less expensive. I'm so bad about lining things up. No one get mad at me. All right, here we go. Okay, that's one side. Still hot. Oh my gosh.
The suspense is terrible. He's gonna go this time. I hope it'll last.
It is so like fluffy soft. It's like hard to cut through. Even with a bread knife, it is hard to cut. Okay, let us see if I have done this right. Ooh, there's steam. It's hot. I'm so impatient. Oh my gosh, these look so good. I'm definitely having a focaccia sandwich. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's so beautiful and so spongy and hot. No joke. I'm like literally sweating right now. This is so hot. But it's like so spongy. Yes, yes. I love bread. And then this is my snack. Now it's time to see what the inside looks like. I should make a focaccia sandwich with like the pesto and the mortadella. I'm trying to slice without cutting myself. Okay, that took some time. And obviously not the best cut I ever did. Look at that. I know there's not a lot of color, but it literally smells like rosemary. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for these. That was the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is my first video, and I've done a pretty good job, I would say. I would totally make this recipe again. And please subscribe, like, comment, share to all your friends and family that gluten-free food can look this amazing and taste so good. And make sure you follow me for more content. And see you next time.